Welcome to the Vape-Out podcast. Today we have MyVapes box review. We have the Gladiator giveaway that you've all been waiting for. We'll announce that in a little bit. And we're going to talk about the Vape Town meet that just happened today. That was pretty fun. Yeah. What do you want to start the review?
No, I think we should go into... we got this new juice that we're trying out right now. Just got it in the mail today, the Serial Killer. I had a big buzz about it at the Vape Con. Right here. Put that right there. And I want to try it out and see what it's about and see how we like it. Everyone seemed to like it. Ew.
Very cool.
It tastes really good.
What's it taste like?
Like Fruit Loops.
You had to put that up.
We were recording the whole time?
No. There now.
Get another close-up quick. Yeah, it tastes like Fruit Loops. It's absolutely amazing. I don't know if it's everyone's cup of tea, but...
It's made by 9 South Vapes as well, if you want to know. That's who to look up to get it.
It is delicious. Ours just came in today.
Yeah. I'm excited. I'm going to try some of it on the podcast. So if you may see me making funny faces, that's why. Gary over there, what are you vaping on right now?
Precious Ponies, Susie Sweet and Creamy.
I'm talking about your mod.
Oh.
It doesn't look like a tugboat, but it has a tugboat drip tip.
Oh, it's my Tobe. I finally got the top cap for the Garamizer. It finally found its way home.
Nice.
The Garamizer?
The Garamizer.
Elaborate on that a little bit.
You know how I had the copper Addy on here?
Oh, that massive reducer that was not safe to vape?
It was perfectly safe to vape. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, why isn't it safe?
But it's the Garamizer, and here's a little close-up of my build I did today. There's some twisted 26 gauge paralleled with 22.1 ohms on the dot.
Is that what you ran for the cloud comp?
Yep.
Cool.
Made it into the third round.
Very awesome.
Then anxiety struck.
It's a bummer.
Yeah.
But yeah, this juice is pretty good, though. It's got an interesting label.
That picture is ridiculous.
Let me see this.
It's weird.
I don't know what
It's
to think
just
about
weird.
that. Yeah.
Wow,
Yeah,
what?
she's like getting impaled by the pole.
Yeah.
What?
Give them a second look at it, too. Just
I mean, that's dark.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
That's very dark.
And pretty at the same time.
No, it's just weird.
Oh, okay.
Juice is
I'll
good,
go
though.
right on that. It's pretty, too. It's pretty and dark.
I would have to say that's a stripper's
You're
worst
pretty dark.
nightmare.
Yeah.
It's a stripper's worst nightmare.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I got it today over at the Cloud Comp.
What's the profile on it?
I have no idea. All I know is it's super good and it's like a strawberry flavor. I'm not gonna vape it right now.
Unicorn farts.
I'm not really in the mood to vape right now, but
From being at the comp all day?
yeah, I'm kind of like
Are you vaped out?
very, very, very vaped out.
I see
and
what you did there.
No.
it threw me
Wait,
into a little.
Wait, what?
I don't get it.
That's fine. You'll get it when you're older.
It threw me into a little anxiety bout, but I think I'm okay.
Cool.
Speaking of cloud comps, you want to get into that right now?
Sure.
Let's do it. So, you attended this amazing, I guess, high desert vape meet today.
Yep.
How was it? I didn't get to go, so...
It was fun. Christian ended up convincing me to be in the trick competition, which I didn't want to be in. And I don't know if, they had the crowd do the judging. I don't know if they just couldn't quite see Christian's tricks or not, but they were pretty impressive. And I went up and did a Vape NATO, not the standard, flick it from the table. I came around and pulled it up that way, and I actually won that contest.
What did you do again?
A Vape NATO.
Yeah, but how?
How?
Does that turn you on if I do this?
A little bit.
So where was it?
Whiskey Barrel, I believe is what it's
I
called.
think so, yeah.
Yeah, the Whiskey Barrel,
It's like a bar restaurant thing.
Yeah, right next to Vape Town.
Okay.
right next to it.
Pretty nice place. Unfortunately, they didn't let us vape in there the whole time. They were kind of like, okay, you can vape now. Now you can't vape.
That's weird.
Now you can vape. Now you can't. I think people were vaping the whole time anyway. If you looked around, but
Yeah.
it was still pretty cool. Come to find out, if you win one of the contests, you can't be in the second one, or the Cloud Comp. If I would have known that, I would not have entered the trick contest. No matter, I didn't think I was going to win anyway, but I still wouldn't have entered it. And they had some people falling out and some other things going on, and they ended up coming back and telling me that I can be in it. Well, I actually went all the way through and won. I believe I went up. I didn't go up against Gary, but I went up against Devin. He was on the podcast before. I guess I barely beat him, which he's always competition for me in the shop. but I barely beat him, and then I ended up going against a couple other people I know. I went up against Angelus Mortis, which is Kevin, and then I also went up against Lolo and B-Rad, and yeah, I took the whole thing. I was kind of surprised. I knew I had a good build, but I didn't know I was going to go that far.
You had a 0.1 limit?
Yeah, 0.1 limit. My build is a 0.11.
Mine was a 0.12. I'm very happy with my build, actually. I think I'm going to hold on to it for a while.
There you go.
So you won both the trick and the cloud comp.
Right, which I know some people weren't happy about, and again, I want to reiterate, if I knew I didn't really want to be in the trick comp. I was there for the cloud comp, and that was it.
So Kevin just vape beasting it up over there.
So, because I won both, and I won 2 authentic Kato hammers and 2 authentic Stellaires, I said I was going to give away the Kato and the Stellaire on the podcast. So our next giveaway, those will be the giveaways. It's not going to be a package deal, I don't think, unless you guys think it should be.
We'll discuss details on it later.
We'll figure it out. But either way, both of those are going to be giving away, either separately or together. We'll do that on the podcast. It'll be a couple episodes from now, but just to give you guys a heads up, that will be happening.
And this right here is what an authentic Stellaire V3 looks like with the custom fatty drip tip. That I can't stop staring at that. Actually looks really fantastic together.
That's what I had that on my Mephisto and my oil rig for the comp. So that tip is absolutely amazing. It didn't get hot on me once. I know if you chain vape on it, it'll still get hot, but I loved it. The airflow is great. But yeah, otherwise it was a good turnout. There was a lot of people there. Wipe that smile off your face.
That was actually pretty impressive that you could do that.
I didn't know you could physically do that, but you did it.
But
Weird if he was like it was on his hand.
But it was a very good.
I'm too tired for this. Stop it.
But it was a very good turnout. Thank you very much, High Desert Vape. I believe it was Christopher Green, but he had a lot of help from some other people, and Rose from Vape Town. They all put that on. So thank you very much. It was awesome. It was really cool.
Yeah, thank you guys. Even though I didn't go, it's awesome.
So did you guys hear we landed on a meteor?
Yes.
Really?
Or at least we tried to.
No, we did, didn't we?
It bounced.
Really?
Yeah.
Didn't they do it? I
heard it landed, and then
I think they ended up getting it to land, but yeah, we were trying to land on a meteor. This mission's been planned like for years and years and years, and we almost didn't do it because when it finally touched down, it like bounced off the top. The harpoons didn't hold.
Yeah, but I heard when it finally stuck, though, it got stuck in a shady spot, so no sunlight was getting to the solar power.
We're not really sure what's going on with it.
Awesome.
Last I read, it was like pretty much. I mean, they had some success out of it, but for the most part, it was a colossal failure.
As it was following the meteor, I heard it picked up some sounds that I actually listened to it on. It's on SoundCloud, I think, but they compare it to. It was on I Fucking Love Science, and they compared it to the Predator clicks.
Uh-oh, we're going to put predators.
So
awesome.
it was very interesting. It was cool to listen to. It was kind of eerie.
We got Arnold on our side, bro. We're good.
Thank you, Arnold.
Where have you been?
I'm still waiting to hear like we just found a sound out in space and they play it's like some pop song. The aliens love Katy Perry. We don't know.
Who knows? They didn't watch the Predator series and they're like, "That's the sound we want to."
No, they like to beat it.
Translate.
From Michael Jackson.
Let me just put that over there, Gary. Thank you.
You're welcome, buddy.
Slippery fingers.
Yeah, I know. I've got the same thing. I'm all clammy.
But yeah, there's like the more I'm taking that astronomy class, like I watch YouTube for like a couple of things to learn through the book that
sleep through
can
the
like explain it better.
Class?
Yeah. So like some things that I don't get in the book, it's really hard to follow. So I like watch YouTube videos that help me kind of learn the stuff a little bit better for tests and things like that. But there's some weird stuff out there. You know, there's a planet made completely out of diamonds.
Yes.
Like solid all the way through one giant diamond.
Nice.
Yeah.
And its atmosphere is diamonds too, so you can't get through it because it just eats everything up.
Yeah.
Dibs.
Dis.
Let me get a world's largest bucket and get a big scoop.
Put like a tiny little ring on the very bottom.
Here's your engagement ring. You can't really bring it home, but
Give her a telescope. Your engagement ring's up there.
See that little? Yeah, that's, yeah. You get the idea.
it's a lot bigger when you're close. I promise.
So
Heard that before.
we got some from the last podcast. We were going through it. We found some really funny YouTube comments, and we thought we'd give them a little shout out for it.
Oh yeah, some of those comments
Gladiator
were
review, or
excellent.
Yeah, for the Gladiator. And I have one that kind of stood out to me a little bit because it was directed towards me from Big Kinky Teddy, saying that if he got that mod, he would want to knock me out with it.
I wonder if that's Grizzly.
The best part about that comment is the name.
Yeah,
Big Kinky Teddy wants you unconscious for some reason.
That's why I wonder if it's Grizzly. The
it
name just matches.
Grizz, if that was you, let us know.
Or whoever it is.
We'll get you something else heavy.
Maybe Ryan?
Maybe it's heavy up close.
Maybe Donovan?
But yeah. I'll talk to you, sir.
You got some comments there too, Dan?
No.
Yeah, you do.
Don't smash Gary, though. We'd
Yeah,
all be
please
very
don't.
unhappy.
Yeah, that would be bad. It would be very bad. So, we got a couple other comments we wanted to read because they were funny. Okay, I can't read your handwriting for shit, by the way.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Whoa.
better be.
Shots fired.
Wow.
I write like a
At
2-year-old.
least it wasn't mine.
So, Eddie SB said he's going to use it to smash his Magneto mod, which
I can
sounds,
see that.
That sounds pretty awesome.
Sounds dangerous.
Like that'd be a sweet video of him like just holding the Gladiator and just wailing on another mod and destroying it with it.
yeah.
No, but it's so pretty, though. Why would you want to
And
do
then,
that?
I think it would come out on top though.
Yeah. It's called the Gladiator for
Not-
a reason.
not-
Yeah, but it's
but-
copper. Copper is
yeah.
soft.
It would get pretty beat up. So don't do that either, please.
Yeah, please
good,
don't.
good comment, but don't do that.
And then Brendan
Brendan.
C says he wants to use it atop his chariot in a coliseum and slay furious lions and foes.
That's pretty legit. That's fantastic. I think you should say it
Excellent
again
job.
with like a Gladiator voice.
I don't have a
Gladiator
Gladiator
voice.
voice.
Donovan, go.
You have a
I
Gladiator
don't.
voice?
I think Ryan does a very good job at it though.
Here you go.
On blast.
Brendan C wants to use it atop his chariot in a coliseum to slay furious lions and foes.
There you go.
That's the best I got.
I don't know if that...
Can you do better?
No.
All right, then shut up.
Fantastic.
Shots fired.
On what?
Too much boxing.
No,
ring?
what voice? Maybe that's what it is.
Yeah.
Too much boxing room.
Let's get
In this
ready to
corner.
rumble.
We sorry we don't have a Morgan Freeman on set.
Either way, they
Oh,
were
man.
entertaining to read.
Donovan, do your Bill Cosby.
I can't. That's way better than mine.
Yeah, it is.
I love how that's everyone's impression.
I do.
Like he's done so much throughout his entire
Yeah.
career, but
It's just
that is what people get.
That's what every-
Something about pudding.
Yeah, wasn't he on the news for like allegedly molesting some chick? Yeah, like
Wow.
someone straight up called him out. There's no proof or anything like that, but as far as I saw in the news, it was something seedy.
But it's,
He molested
but it's
me.
big. It's Bill Cosby with Fat Albert.
Yeah, you know what though? It's there's
He molested all of us. It's
that
nothing
stuff
new.
goes around in so many celebrities though. Like it's hard to like filter out what's real and what's not.
Yeah.
It
I like
seems
that.
like every week a new celebrity is being called out for something.
Or like that whole Kim Kardashian thing with that paper magazine or whatever.
Yeah, the photo, right? Oh my god, that was so funny. So
I was honestly disgusted by that.
pretty big. So there's
Anyway, disgusting.
there's this show that I watch called Party Down South. It's basically like real world show. It's like stupid MTV reality show, but it's rednecks.
Oh my god.
So it's hilarious.
So it's like Duck Dynasty almost.
I think I've
Kinda.
seen
It's
that.
so funny. There's this guy on there. His name's Murray. He's this big dude, and he's like the size of Lolo, maybe like taller. But like he, as soon as that photo of the Kim Kardashian thing came out, he did the same pose. It's
Oh my God.
like an hour later. It was hilarious.
It reminds me of this one show about these redneck guys that go after Bigfoot and whatnot. Bigfoot and
Oh,
aliens.
gosh.
That show's pretty funny. I actually sat there and watched it with my grandparents one day. I'm like, they
Chasing
actually
Bigfoot?
get paid. Yeah.
Were they squashing?
No, it's just all these,
Puns for days.
and they're not young either. They're like
Very
older
funny.
guys. They're these older guys that go around all over the country looking for Bigfoot and Sasquatches and all sorts of other differentiations and aliens and all sorts of weird
Chupacabra.
stuff.
You know, you
Chupacabra,
can say
yeah,
what you
pretty
want,
much
those guys are
anything.
getting paid to do that.
I know,
Yeah.
right?
Even if I didn't believe in it at all, I would be down for that job. What? I have to go to Haiti next? Okay, well that's gonna suck, but I'll look for it. Oh, next we think it's in the British Virgin Islands? Yeah, it might be there. We'll go check it out. It's in Jamaica? I think it's in Jamaica. Let's go check.
No, they were somewhere in I believe it was Georgia, and one of them was getting a backhoe because they were making a trap for this this monster.
They catch some drunk dude.
And no, while the guy's sitting there on the back, he's out there. He's out there by himself, even though there's cameramen all over the place. He's out there by himself. He's like, man, I feel like I'm being watched. And like, yeah, you've got like 5 cameras on you, dude.
He's not by himself at all.
Donovan, I feel like we're being watched.
Get down! There's somebody watching you over there.
No, you've got the whole Jane Silent Bob movement. Like, I think we're being watched, and all of us just stare at the camera.
He did.
That's what I was going for.
What we do.
I did.
That's what I did.
You did.
I stared at the camera.
Fail.
But I did an Arnold voice.
It's okay.
Someday, Donovan.
What the Bigfoot thing reminded me. Have you guys ever seen it's a movie on Netflix called Troll Hunter?
No.
I've seen it, but I've never watched it.
Yeah.
I've never watched it. Like, I've seen it in there.
I was like, how have you seen it but not watched it? Is this a riddle?
I actually enjoyed Troll Hunter.
I put it in 1.5 speed.
It was decent for entertainment.
Yeah.
But it's so cheesy. They don't show a troll until like
The very end.
yeah,
and it's
3/4 the way through the movie, and
So
then
it's
you're just
like
like,
the new
really?
Godzilla?
Huh?
I said, so it's like the new Godzilla?
It's before Godzilla came out.
I know, but I'm
But-
saying that's...
I didn't see the new Godzilla.
No, it's
it's
more
like
like the Fourth Kind. The Fourth Kind is all about aliens. You only get to see them like for 1 second towards the very end of the
I
movie.
enjoyed the new Godzilla
Let us
movie.
let us know what you
Like,
thought
if you're,
about
if
Troll
you're,
Hunter.
if you're a
Yeah.
fan of the old Godzilla movies, then you'll like the new one, because that's what it was like. Like, in the older ones that were
Yeah.
Japanese, English dubbed, like, there was no monster the whole time. And it was about their city,
looked.
like, being destroyed or something
What?
like that. And then finally, at the very end, you saw the monsters.
Tired.
No, I was mimicking. I was like, ah.
And then Dan looked.
Yeah, it was,
Run!
don't make fun of me.
Run.
Yeah, I actually liked it. I thought it was
The
pretty
new
good.
one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I should check it out.
You should. You should also check out
what?
something else.
We can get back to comments here real quick.
Yeah.
Finish reading
You
these.
got one there?
Yeah. I'm not going to say this whole comment just because it's
A little.
a little graphic. You can check it out on YouTube if you want. But Death Eater, who we know who that is, but we won't mention that. Death Eater wants to put it in his. I'm gonna
Exploited,
stop
deleted.
Exploit deleted. Yep.
So
Actually, you could say it and I'll bleep it. That'd be more fun.
Death Eater wants to put it in his. But are you gonna bleep my mouth?
Oh, yeah, I'm gonna bleep it.
Okay. I want to say a whole bunch of nasty things now and have you bleep them all.
Go for it.
That's just gonna be one like.
He's not. We're going to post it.
Oh
I'm
no!
absolutely going to not bleep that now.
Don't do it. He's mean.
Back on a more
I hope you just heard that bleep.
PG-13 level.
You have a comment?
No, actually, I have the winner right here. But we're not going to announce that yet.
More teasing.
Instead, I think,
Do the review.
yeah.
All right. I am gonna give you guys a review of this beautiful My Box by MyVapes.
With a beard on it.
You did. Got it right.
It is absolutely beautiful. So it's a dual 18650 parallel box mod. It's mechanical, obviously. It has 194 watt MOSFET in there for the protection. Silver plated contacts, a custom 510 silver plated connection. It's also recessed on top for a 22 millimeter Addy, so you can't fit the bigger atomizers on there just because it just doesn't fit. But that doesn't bug me at all.
Doesn't fit.
The box is made out of acrylic. Someone actually the other day mentioned to me, they're like, it's a 3D printed box, and I said, no, not at all. It's acrylic, and I'm pretty sure he might have tools to do it, but I'm pretty sure he hand does all of these to make them fit. I don't have any confirmation on that, but
Makes them all to order.
it looks very clean. It is made in the USA. I believe he's in
America.
East Coast.
East Coast somewhere.
East Coast.
New Jersey? I don't know.
Maybe.
We're not going to say where. East Coast. Made in the USA, and it does have a magnetic back, which is really easy to get to. It's got this little clip right here that you can just pull it open.
A divot.
But
Yeah, did.
yeah, not a clip. It's a divot. But it looks very clean inside. All the technical stuff's right up in here. Batteries fit in there really nice. And as you can see, I still have arrows painted on my batteries because of something that someone else did.
But good news is if you do fry it, the dude's very good at taking care of you.
But the battery, or the magnetic back is pretty awesome. It works really well, really easy to put on, take off. It's awesome, and it vapes amazing. The first day I had it, I put a pair of batteries in there, and I think it almost lasted me 24 hours.
Wow.
Lately, I've been changing it about every 18 hours, so I'm changing it once a day. It's getting towards the earlier part of the day now, but I love it. I can't put it down. It's supposed to be our shared box in the shop, and I won't let them touch it.
I had to buy a Hexon V2 because of this guy.
He has his
You
own.
had
though.
that before. Don't lie to me or them.
Donovan, you had your own.
You can lie to me.
I do have one. Thank you. Appreciate
Wait, are you
that.
saying you won't let him touch your mod?
That's what she said.
That's someone else's job.
So with that, how was the switch on that?
Amazing. That's probably the only part I didn't mention. It's very easy to push. The only thing, I don't know if I like it or not. I like good buttons, but I do like the clicky buttons as well.
Yeah.
So it doesn't click, but I don't know if that necessarily bothers me. It's just the littlest push, though, to get it to fire, and it fires like a beast.
I like the intentional clicks on the button.
Like I love the Hexome button. That button is super clicky.
Yeah. Also on the MyVapes, you said it has the magnetic back. Has your switch ever gotten hot? That's due to the MOSFET.
Not once.
Yeah, the MOSFETs help out a lot with that. So
The batteries don't get hot, nothing gets hot. I suppose I could take these out and show you the springs too, just the quality of the inside. I love this ribbon in here too.
Yeah, it makes
But
things so easy.
The springs are really nice. Like I said, they're silver plated. So are the contacts right up here. Just works excellent. And he even marked the, I don't know if you can see it on there, but the positive and negative markings, so you can tell which way to put it in.
mine doesn't have that.
You get the V2.
Yeah, that is the version 3, by the way.
The V3. I think I said it in the beginning, but yeah.
Did you?
Yeah.
No.
But the V3, My Box by MyVapes. Last episode, I got very tongue-tied when I tried it. I stuttered. Don't hate. Come on now.
And I personally like how it is recessed, so that atomizers don't have that gap. They sit nice and flush.
One thing Aaron Reckner actually mentioned to me too, in the version 1 and version 2, the Addy sat in the middle. He actually moved it off to the side, which I think I like better than having it in the middle because it's easier. I mean, I don't have to tilt it as much to hit it. I mean, if it was in the middle, I'd have to cock it a little more. But
I believe he did that also so he could make them slightly
of course,
shorter.
you would.
Gary can't resist when.
Yeah, he did that so he could make the boxes slightly smaller than the
phallic
old
joke,
boxes
I
and not as
couldn't
bulky as well.
Very good design. Excellent box. I strongly recommend going to get one. And like we said before, we have the special color pattern that we have on here, and like I said, it's growing on me a lot. I really like it. And like Donovan made the point is, you know, if at a convention or something, if anyone ever did, or if it fell out of my pocket, or anyone did ever take it, we're gonna know when you see this box. I mean, it's very hard
One
to
of a kind.
misplace. Yeah.
It's very loud with color.
Yes. Much loud.
Mine's loud in the sun. When I'm blinding everybody. I blind myself sometimes. I'll sit there and go take a hit, and the sun hits it just right.
I like the acrylic too.
Are you sure that's the sun? or was I standing by you?
More penis jokes.
I wish I could
How come you
make.
didn't laugh at that one?
I wish I could make my own
his
acrylic
face.
boxes for my box mods.
You what now?
I wish I could make my own acrylic boxes. I just don't have the equipment to do it because it would just be a lot more presentable.
Yeah.
It does feel really nice too. Like I love the finish on it. It's pretty unique.
Yeah, and I like how you can get the different colors too.
Yeah, you can basically order them in any color that you
Combination
can
you
buy
want.
acrylic in. Really.
Yeah, and can you order them straight from him?
Yes.
Could you get it in
Same
clear?
single.
You can look them up on
Some
Facebook. My Box,
Do they have like a clear acrylic?
It's MyVapes, right?
MyVapes.
MyVapes,
sure
all
they
one
probably
word.
He has other products as well, other than the My Box.
I think it'd be sick. with
But
a clear
I'm a fan of the
face.
acrylic because it's
That
real
would.
easy to keep clean. It doesn't get all dirty and gunked up.
Even if you get juice on it, it wipes right off.
Yeah,
He might not do the clear acrylic though,
I don't think
because of the innards,
So?
the
Maybe.
wiring and stuff.
Yeah, he
I
keeps
would love
all
to
of
see
that
that.
hidden. That's what makes it.
He
Oh,
probably
he-
doesn't want people to see it.
There. Yeah, you're right.
I mean,
But
Maybe just make
it's
that
a good
happen.
design.
One thing, people can
so-
copy it once you
Yeah.
see it, and
Yeah.
another, it just looks cleaner when you can't see it.
Yeah.
I mean, some people like to have the wire look and everything, which I don't mind, but the clean look definitely does look nice.
Serial killer Jack.
What?
What? What's that over there?
So 1 through 10, what would you give the MyVapes?
Do it again. Do it again.
No. What?
I'm really hesitant to give a number because it's going to be really high, and everything we review is just, yeah.
That's because we only review things we like.
We have said that, but I'm trying to think if there's anything about it that I don't like. And
There has to be a con somewhere. I mean, everything has a con. Nothing is perfect.
the only thing I've
Shadow con.
noticed when I put fresh batteries in there, it hit, like, I almost have to re-wick it every time I put fresh batteries in because it hits so hard. I almost get a dry hit.
The one thing that maybe could be made a little different is you could fit a bigger Addy on there. You can only run 22 millimeter or smaller Addies. It'd be about the only con if you prefer the larger atomizers
Just
over
because
the
of
22
how it
milliliters.
sits in like that?
Correct.
Yeah.
You
That's
can't thread in.
Probably the only con, but to be honest, in my opinion, that doesn't bug me at all. I'm not too big on the 28.5 millimeter addies.
So to you, it's flawless? Mm-hmm. Pretty flawless then?
To me, yeah. I would have to give it a 10 out of 10, I think.
I've ran a lot of box mods too, and for being unregulated box mod, I give my version 2 a 10, and that's a version 3, so.
If you guys want us to review something that we don't like, I've got an Addy that I would be happy to talk about.
Yeah, let us know if you're sick of us
So
giving
do
good
I.
reviews.
Yeah.
I'm sure we can find something that
I've
we're not
got
happy
We
with.
can absolutely find something that we're not happy with, because I get a couple things that came from certain
Actually,
sources.
I won't mention what it is, but there's something that we just dealt with recently that I wasn't very happy with. Other people didn't have as bad of experiences with, but I don't think I'd give that as good of a rating. It'd still be decent, but
Yeah.
it'd be low.
I see you got a new mod there at the table, Ryan.
The OG Republic Lockdown mod, Coco Pelli edition.
That's a nice mod you have there.
So Donovan got this at ECC,
Yeah.
Yep.
and the OG Republic has made lockdown mods before. They're usually like silver with gold on either end on the caps.
I think they had brass and
They also have
Brass and
brass and
stainless.
stainless steel and all sorts of different styles, but only 10 have ever been made that have been this heat treated with the Coco Pelli engravings. 10, there's only been
Back it
10
up.
made at all.
very, very rare.
Back it up and bring it towards you more.
There you go.
Tell me what to do.
To the left, one.
Left, a little more.
To the right,
There you
Right.
go. No, that way. Yep. No.
Turn around now, y'all.
Hotter.
We need a battery vampire
But
in there.
yeah, so there's only been 10 ever made, so that this thing is super rare. What I am excited about is I couldn't find an Addy that looked good on top of it. So
Except
if you see,
for Donovan's.
oh yeah, Donovan used to have a what was it, a
Patriot
right?
with a glass
Patriot.
cap.
Patriot with a glass cap, and it reminded me of those aliens off of Mars Attacks.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it looked like to me. But what I ended up doing was we got a little boy, and I guess torched it.
Yeah.
Heat treated.
Torched the outside of it, so it gave it that nice kind of darker look to it. That was a stainless steel,
We got
and
little
it looks.
boys, and the little boy torched
You
the
torched
outside
the
of
little
it.
boys?
Yeah, I torched that little boy.
I'm
Okay.
sorry to interrupt you, but can you put one of those little Mars Attacks guys on here, or would that be copyright problems?
That might be copyright.
Tim Burton might not
If
be
we
too
can,
happy
we
about
will.
it. I don't
And
know.
Ryan hates
I don't
me
want to
again.
try to, but just because the last
Okay.
video got pulled down
Yeah.
for something like that.
Yeah.
The one with Brokeback Vapor.
Yeah, if you guys saw
got
it,
pulled
it was up for a little while. It was the episode where we did the Brokeback Vapor thing.
because of the Celine Dion song.
Yeah, we had a Celine Dion song. Which, as soon as I heard that, my first thought was, you guys think Celine Dion watched that episode?
I don't know. You know how many people
Probably
play
sends her a notification. Someone used your song.
Yeah. What, that gay shit? That would have been funny.
No, but they probably notified the person that owns the rights to it that the song was
Yeah.
used
Yeah.
on
Which-
YouTube.
YouTube told us it was Germany.
Yeah. It's like
I'm
copyright
not sure
to
what you think
Germany.
about that.
Well, the rights probably were owned in someone in Germany.
But YouTube said Germany owned the rights.
Yeah, like they can't
The
be
whole
played in
country?
Germany.
That's what it said.
The whole country of Germany, it can't be played in.
This is the Keto Hammer
Number
Kevin one as
8.
well.
Das Hammer.
Das Hammer.
All we see there is your fingers.
Yeah.
Right here, can you guys see this?
You see your
That's it.
big old fingers touching. There you go.
There you go. I see the engravings there.
Genius.
It's pretty cool.
There.
Those were
Really
super
good.
popular a
Yeah.
while ago, like when dripping was first getting really big.
Oh, yeah.
Those were a big deal.
It's an
I saw a
inhaler.
lot of people that had those things.
There's actually a normal customer that comes in here that has one of those, and he's had it since I first started coming here.
Yeah.
I think he
he's
has a
got a-
clone though.
I see them
Yeah,
all the
But he
time.
has an awesome tip.
Yeah, he's got
So he
that
sits
long
here-
old tip on
So he
it.
sits here and just vapes it like a boss.
Like
Vaping
sir.
like a boss.
Thank you, sir.
I see a lot of them with like they have an extender sleeve where you could put a battery into
see
it. Normal size, like an 18650.
Well,
Yep.
the thing with the hammers is the threading on it's compatible with the Chi U and the Kings.
That's what Christopher Green told me.
Yeah, they're compatible with that, so you can use the 650 tubes and whatnot on that from those, so you can use an 18650, and you can use that button, or you can use a King or a Chi U button. I thought that was really interesting. Also, another thing I found interesting on this bottle, you know how usually they give the little warning labels, keep out of reach of children? Well, it says, contains nicotine as indicated, keep out of reach of children, and in parentheses it says, and ponies. I'm like, that's funny.
This doesn't say. This doesn't have a warning on it at all. But
Vape that.
Of course.
Don't say that.
It's a,
No.
it's a cereal
absolutely
flavor.
not.
Wait, it's a cereal flavor. We got to be careful with that, guys. It's a cereal flavor.
You should bleep that out.
Okay.
Careful.
Anyway, so this Gladiator mod looks fantastic, but I'm not ready to say who's the winner yet.
Oh, come on, Donovan.
And
He's
also,
so mean. Tell him how mean Diamond is.
And also-
just tell him, just be ruthless.
Just
We've been pulling you on
We
for
also
like
must
4
make sure that
episodes.
people do not vape fogger.
oh yeah.
What?
He recently posted a video on the Facebook. Re-edited it out. It looked like he was vaping fogger, but it wasn't fogger.
It was like a
but
room
pretty
fogger
convincing.
to kill like ants and
I
stuff.
showed
like
it to my wife, and she goes, "Why would he do that?"
Yeah,
can
so
totally picture
I
you saying
immediately
that.
had to throw a disclaimer on there, like, "Do not try this."
Yeah, someone posted that.
Yeah.
They're like, you didn't put a disclaimer on
You
here.
should probably disclaimer this.
Yeah, there's a lot of questionable people out there that would probably think, oh, if he's doing it, why not? You know, there's a lot of people out there that do stuff like that. But you know,
You know what? I'm going to be honest with our Ghetto Vaping with Gary segments. If anyone ran out of juice and did something weird, I would expect it to be you.
I wouldn't be doing anything that I'm sure you're thinking about doing.
No,
Bear
something
Grylls,
like,
I ran out of e-juice. Vape my own piss.
I've seen that meme.
Just throw a little nicotine in there. I just got some from Alex today.
Oh my god.
Just pee in a bottle, drip some nicotine.
Dip a couple drops of nicotine in a 15 ml
Vape
bottle.
so
be
much. It's probably
golden.
all PG.
Dirty.
It's all flavor.
Anyways, we're going to have a special episode next episode. We're going to have the Cali Ohm Troopers on there talking about an event they have coming up, which is very big. So please watch that and share that as well. We want to make that pretty large event.
That event should be awesome. They're giving back a lot, so make sure you're there supporting that.
Dun, 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 dun.
Ready?
Time?
Yeah, so
It's
ready?
time. All right. The winner
Don't do it.
of Gladiator mod,
sound.
third vape concept number 54.
Don't pound on the table. We're just We're sorry.
let's all
Loud
just-
noises.
Let's
Reminds
all
me of
just
Kevin
destroy
clicking his
the
battery
audio.
case. Huber Aguilar is the winner. All right, you have to contact us, give us your info, and 48 hours.
48 hours from when we post the video should be, well...
Hooray!
He's got
you'll know when we post
48
the video.
hours from when we post this video, which, if he's still subscribed, he should see.
Yep.
So he's got 48 hours to respond to us. If not, we're gonna draw another name.
Congratulations. Let us know how you like it as well.
Yep. Congrats.
Congratulations on winning
So
such a
contact
fantastic
us.
mod.
And we'll figure out how you're going to pick that up.
Yep. There's if you want to get the easy way, we always have an email in our sections, in our our notes or about under vape
Summary?
description
That.
or description or
That was
summary.
quite the brain fart.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
I can't believe none of you chimed in there.
I was just
We all had the same-
I was just watching
Yeah.
you.
I was waiting.
Anyways, there's
I
an
got
email
ready
in
to
there.
go.
If you don't want to put your information out for everyone to know, just shoot us an email at that address.
Or if you look us up on Facebook and get the phone number for our
Yep.
shop and call our shop.
You could look at Vape-Out Podcast on
Vape-Out
Facebook.
Podcast works as well.
You can shoot
These
us a
guys
PM
will be
through there
manning
as well.
that, so
Yep, or
So-
Instagram even.
yeah. So congratulations again. That's awesome. Thanks everybody for participating. I don't believe we have anything else. So
I think that's it. I didn't vape any of the serial killer, so you're gonna have to stay tuned to hear about that as well.
you didn't make any weird faces,
I
but
didn't.
this is serial killer.
I've been making some weird
Are you making
faces
a
all
weird
night.
face?
I tried it. It was really good.
Yeah. Good stuff.
Fantastic.
Tastes like fruit.
Yay.
It's amazing. So, on that note, until next time, again, thanks for watching. Share, subscribe, and follow, and like, and tell all your friends and
Do all
family.
those things.
Get a big heavy mod, knock Gary out with it.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
that.
Don't do that.
Please don't knock Gary out. We like him and his ghetto vaping.
And once again, congratulations, Huber Aguilar.
Yeah.
Congratulations, buddy. You're going to love it.
Super jelly.
Until
Very.
next time, Vapor's gonna vape. Fuck her right.